Fractal on a quest to get win number 10 in the classic Tetris Monthly Cinematic Universe. Sidnev looking for win number 1 after so many tries. Let's go ahead and get them started. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So as mentioned, Fractal with the 10 victories in Classic Tetris Monthly major tournaments, inclusive of Masters, Mega Masters, and Lone Star. And chasing Corian, who has 11. And to me, I mean, 10 almost as good of a feat as the 11. And 9 might even be, because during Corian's time, Corian was just dominant, and of course, Corian legendary player and certainly a first ballot Tetris Hall of Famer. But there were a lot of beating up on chumps in the first rounds in those things. Apologies to any of the chumps who are watching right now, including myself. But Fractal, arguably 9 in this era, maybe more impressive, but at the very, you still got to get the number, I think. $139 Sidnev, $136 Fractal. I mean, at the end of the day, you still had to get the wins, and Corian got them. And when you talk about just dominance, Corian will always be in the conversation. The most dominant player, particularly, relative to their era, ever. But, it is a sport, and people like to get into these, like, who is really better? Is it Jordan or Kobe, Ruth or Bonds or whatever. Well, that's the whole reason we have sports. 275 Fractal, 256 Sidnev. We're underway here in game 1, this round 2 matchup. All right, I'll start a prediction. You got 2 minutes. 302 Sidnev. So if you're just watching the edited YouTube version, we rolled a piece sequence, right? We do it with that code at the beginning, with the numbers and letters. And it was FEDDDD, totally random. And the players rejected it. They said they do not trust a seed that is FEDDDD. So we complied with the request. But I'm curious to know what was on that seed. And Fractal with Aspire over there, column 7 and 8, works around it. You really got to appreciate how difficult that is to get those pieces over like that, especially as a roller. See, as a DAS player, you can just press and hold, and the piece will move at the earliest possible frame. For a tap or roll player, you have to time that well, and you cannot miss. So it's very, very impressive when a player can do that. 445 for Sidnev, 487 for Fractal. Mari has gifted a fan level membership over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Mari. Sabeta Matsumoto has received the gift. So thank you so much, Mari. $493 Fractal, $494 Sidnev. Couldn't get any closer. I mean, I guess technically you could, because it could be the same. But you're allowed a tiny bit of hyperbole. Not you know, not a big enough difference to make a difference. 540 Sidnev, 538 Fractal. Oh, Javanti has analyzed the seed. It says 96 long bars in that seed, 91 T pieces. So, yeah, not too bad. Seems balanced. Maybe you missed out. Railblan says, you're not allowed any hyperbole. Oh, man. How am I going to survive without that? Music is very low. So when the power, 656 transition for Fractal and 657 transition for Sidnev. Couldn't be any closer. Let's see if we can get this down. Fractal 705, Sidnev trying to open up that right side. During the power outage in the previous match, I had no way of communicating with chat because I don't have a SIM card in my iPhone. And I only have my dumb phone. And so I was trying to find, I needed a way to communicate with chat because like my phone utterly disconnected. So I was trying to find that little tool that you use to remove the SIM card, and I'm like cursing up a storm. It's probably on the recording because my computer kept going because it was on the power supply. But 843 Fractal, I'm like swearing up a storm trying to find this stupid tool so I can check in with chat. 817 Sidnev, 844 Fractal. So yeah, I only use my iPhone now just for around the house. And I just use my dumb phone, which is not that dumb. It actually has maps and a couple other things, but it's awkward to use, which is good. But I don't bring my iPhone everywhere. Pretty much I just use it for two-factor authentication and then listening to YouTube at night. That's what my phone gets used for now. 911 for Sidnev, 961 for Fractal. Yeah, I don't want an eSIM in there because I don't want the SIM card in my iPhone, but I want it for certain things. I guess I could do 2FA on my iPad, right? I could just get rid of the phone forever. I might do that. A 25 for Fractal, 975 for Sidnev. Sidnev gets a Tetris. Got the max out on 25, so we've got level 25 max outs for both players. Get rid of the dumb phone. Why would I do that? Life is better when you don't have this stupid device nagging you all the time. B54 Fractal, A76 Sidnev. Dumb phone does everything I need, you know? Except for get on Twitch when the power goes out, which I was utterly unprepared for. B43 Sidnev, B91 for Fractal. Oh, nice adjustment for Fractal to make room for the incoming square. Tetris for Sidnev, B77. We're just about 10 lines away from the 29 transition. I'm all about the dumb phone, so there you go. Maybe I should try to get an affiliate deal with Mint Mobile or something. That's who I use. C78 Fractal, C84 Sidnev. Sidnev in the lead right now, up high though on 29. Not high, but like mid-high, like 29 high, right? But gets it, Tetris down and another one. C63, Fractal gets one, D57. Tetris for Sidnev, E01. Just 19 stacking. Clean, no problems. Fractal with a little bit of a problem to bring down. Gonna uncover that well, gets a long bar over for the Tetris. E47 is ahead by 4 lines and back by 5,000 points. Super close. Sidnev still trying to dig this down, still trying to get this board back to a Tetrisable state. And Fractal gets a Tetris. The middle of his board, though, kind of selling out the stack now. Gets a Tetris down. What can Fractal do at this point? Has the F39. Needs to chop this down. Has a lot of practice chopping down at this height. Oh, no, that left side is going to be cut off for Fractal. That's a top out at F46. The target is F47. Sidnev set up for it and gets a Tetris and is good here in game number 1. GG's. Thanks for the resub, C-dubs. Sidnev's got the 1.7 and time to go for more. No one's had a 2 million in CTM. We've gotten close. It was Fractal who got close, right? But kind of running out of, of burnable lines here. There's a Tetris. That's a 1.7. Oh no, that's probably going to put a damper on that 2 million attempts. But Sidnev making a statement and, testing out the consistency of the rolling and the controller. And there's a dirty Tetris for Sidnev. And she has got the 1.8 into 39. Dunking on the CTWC world champion, her rival Fractal. GG's. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's always fireworks when these two players are playing. And yeah, it is tough to have these players, one of them exiting this early. Good point. Let me just refresh one of the streams. Hopefully this isn't a real problem. Oh, Jasmine upset that there was no Broden opener. I've been I only just really kind of started caring about it, so I've started looking for it, and I haven't had a game with those two yet, but I want to do it just for the swag. $68,000 Fractal, $69,000 Sidnev. Yeah, so you put the Z in columns 4, 5. Fractal's board is a problem. And a great long bar for the middle of that stack, but that left side is a real problem. And Fractal's got to top out at 75,000. Fractal tops out, and Sidnev is good. Sidnev is good. A gift from Fractal. Jasmine says it's because you didn't do the Broden opener. All right, so no back 3 back 1.8s from Sidnev here. Fractal just wanted to put an end to the back 3 back 1.8s. All right, both players are ready. Sidnev up 2 games to none over Fractal. Fractal has been in this position before. Let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The hearts are back because we got 500 into the prize pool for the stream, and we'll do that. But yeah, it's not the regular thing. The dots, and who knows, we could put some other stuff in there. I want to put some other things in there, some options. All right, one code. That was 20. Was that 20 Dan 03? That was 20 Dan 03. We got one more. You could be the person whose name I call out. You get all the credit. And it is the Toast song. $95,000 Sidnev, $95,000 Fractal. So please, someone go over to the Matcherino, log in and click the claim code button. Tetris for Sidnev 141, Fractal 140. And we've got it. We've got our last code, and that was done by Josiah H. So thank you so much, Josiah H. All the codes are done. Great work, team. Appreciate it. A 210 Sidnev, 209 Fractal. All right, so we're in good shape. You know, I always worry every month that somehow, you know, that prize pool. It's so important for the players to, you know, have that incentive, motivation, and reward for all their hard work. Okay, Fractal in a little bit of a thing, but okay, gets a long bar down the right side, and you can see on Fractal's face, he's not comfortable. Because if he had to block that, that would have been very bad. 279 for Sidnev, Fractal 240. But yeah, I appreciate so much all the support y'all have gave. I would love to get the rest of the way there. You know, we've had big contributions from Corporal and Scott. Would love to get the rest of the way to the 2,000 just from, you know, little 1s, 2s, 5s, 10s from the rest of you. So if you've never contributed, why not kick in $5? This goes to the players, not to me. If you're not supporting some horrible meat eating, whatever, you're supporting the players. And I don't know what they eat. 314 is said to have 315 Fractal. Silly Vandy thinks the 14-year-olds watching this game have credit cards to donate $5 with. Well, I don't know. When I was a kid, I would steal my mom's credit card. I don't know what these kids today are, just, you know, cowards. Don't steal your mom's credit card. 386 from Sidnev. I only did it to get on the internet, right? I did it to get on America Online and CompuServe. Because you had to pay for a certain number of hours. And then you ran out of hours, you were done. $10 from Cute Pup Jesus. Thank you so much for the $10 contribution. Really appreciate it. 454 Sidnev. All right, Fractal says, please don't look at this. This does not represent my real skill. Colin with the $10 contribution. Thank you very much, Colin. Really appreciate your support month to month. Colin says, I have a job and a credit card. All right, Sidnev going to uncover the well over the right side. Meanwhile, Fractal's Tetrising. We're 10 lines away from the 19 transition. Good tuck there from Sidnev. And a Tetris immediately after. Slightly concerning long bar dependency in the middle of a stack. Won't burn anything, but. All right, long bar goes in. We're just 3 lines away. That will uncover. So kind of a high board here transitioning from there, but going to uncover the right side. Great adjustment for the T. How do you see that? Takes a skim and a Tetris for Sidnev. What an adjustment. Already 2 majorly amazing adjustments from Sidnev in this broadcast. And a great one from Dan V as well. Maybe more. 619 transition, but Sidnev still got to fight at the top of the board. This is not. Oh no, and Sidnev going to top out. 566 Fractal's already good. So Fractal gonna get a game back here. Thank you, Akira, I think it was. Yeah, Akira, thank you for the $1.75 contribution to the prize pool that gets us to $15.25 even. We're just $4.75 away. And, you know, there's a goodly number of people watching. Literally, if every unique person watched this, kicked in $1, we'd get there. Right now, Fractal's such a dangerous player. Sidnev, be like, let's end this now. 3-2-1 Tetris. Oh, we got a 3-2-1. Oh, I thought we really got a 3-2-1 Tortoise. But we didn't. I got jebaited. Frenchie is Fry. Frenchie with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, says Pog. And I missed some bits earlier from Sawdeath Turnius for 80 bits. Thank you very much. Also, Mr. Prime resub with Dan V. And I might have missed C-dubs as well. So thank you to those of you who have subbed and bitted and all that. What's up, Yvonne? I don't know. As far as I know, most of these players are like touching grass all the time. They all seem to have other stuff they're doing in life. So, you know, Sky News Lady can cram it as far as I'm concerned. And by the way, you know, given how notoriously difficult these Masters players are to schedule, I can only imagine that their social calendars are filled. Summer B, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Yeah, Tetris is not a life goal though. Yeah, but sitting there reading a teleprompter is. Please. 205 Sidnev, 166 Fractal. Just regurgitating partisan talking points? That's the life goal that we should have? Come on now. Thank you, ASDF, for the $25 contribution to the prize pool. Vanny, aren't you reading a teleprompter during these games? Isn't that how casting works? True. I mean, I wish somebody could just give me all the info that I need. It'd be perfect. Fractal kind of living up high on the board, and the game is not being agreeable with the pieces. The game is quite recalcitrant. Okay, there's a great L piece for the left. That's going to help out a lot. Fractal is uncovered and has survived a scare. 253. Now Sidnev getting up a little bit high on the board. Going through the same kind of rough sequence, but is a little bit lower, and board is a little cleaner. But we'll see. All right, Sidnev has uncovered the right side. Gonna recover. Needs at least 2 pieces to uncover again. Gets him. And is now ready and waiting for a bar. And gets the bar and the Tetris 340. Fractal at 304. Sonic Clank said, if Vandy is reading from a teleprompter, I want to have a conversation with whoever's writing the copy. Yeah. Like nobody would choose to say what I'm saying, for sure. Nobody would say, oh, yes, we've considered that these are the best things to say. Sidnev getting up high, but gets a Tetris 367. Tetris, Sidnev 391, 338, Fractal. Mayari, first time chatter, says, I don't know who to root for. I like both these players. Yeah, well, same. Tetris Sidnev 460, 384 Fractal. I mean, it's a great story either way. You know, Fractal chasing Corian, Sidnev chasing victory number 1, which has been so elusive. So either one is a good story. So I just root for the good story, really. For example, Dan V winning wouldn't be that great a story, so. So I was clearly on Sidnev's side. 506 Sidnev tucking in there, getting set up for a Tetris, long bar over for the Tetris 530, 454 Fractal. Tetris Fractal into 19 at 483. Pretty low transition for Fractal. Long bar over. Sidnev in at 555. So Fractal back by right now about 70,000 points. Going to get a Tetris, but Fractal is a little bit further ahead in the sequence. It's by a few lines. Matthew 99A, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub. And thanks. We have come a far way in the prize pool. I mean, first broadcast, we're already over 3/4 of the way there. And that's kind of how I want it, you know, because we don't want to be trying to get these toward the end of May with CTWC coming up. We want, you know, you have a little bit left over for CTWC, so give you some breathing room. Fancy meme with the 100 bits. Thank you. 777 Sidnev. Tetris Fractal 760. 782 for Sidnev. So Sidnev ahead by, 70,000 points or so. Similar line counts. Fractal needs to win this to stay in the tournament. Why is CTWC happening in June? Because they're changing venues. Now, no one said this out loud, but I think it has to do with the fact that, back in the when it was in Portland, all the equipment was there, and one of the main organizers lived in Portland, and now that there's been sort of a shift in the ownership of CTWC, everybody's in California, So it makes a lot of sense. No one said that out loud, but that's I'm surmising that. And so now it's going to be in Pasadena, the second weekend of June. And Portland, too cold, too rainy. Do you really want to go to rainy, disgusting Portland in October? No, I don't. Oh, wait, it's always rainy there. 893 for Sidnev, 973. Although I actually do want to go this year because they're going to have the DAS tournament, the Jonas Cup. I'm actually pretty excited. I want to go to that. 897 for Sidnev, trying to bring this down. Just a few gaps in the stack. Gets the J to the left. A58 for Fractal. BO9 Sidnev. Sidnev gets a Tetris. Fractal trying to bring this down. Sidnev's left side concerning, so she's going to have to go to work and then get a bar over that. So bringing it down as much as he can, gets the bar over. Tetris down the middle for Sidnev. C04. Fractal at A75. Fractal set up for a Tetris, waiting for the bar. Takes a skim. Not going to be able to use that long bar for a Tetris or that one, but gets set up. Tetris over for Fractal. B31. C48 for Sidnev, who has a 100,000 point plus lead. Gaps in the stack for Sidnev. Fractal gets another Tetris. B82. He's within 80,000 points. Same line counts. Fractal trying to get set up again. Sidnev is as well. Fractal is set up. Sidnev is set up, waiting on a bar. Both get Tetrises. C36 for Fractal, D25 Sidnev. Another one Fractal. There's another one Sidnev. I mean, these players are just nuts. Fractal just setting up for them over and over, running out of time, just about 30 some odd lines away. Another Tetris for Fractal. If one of these players gets a slowdown, it could be over. There's another Tetris for Sidnev. All right, Sidnev trying to uncover here. End up putting a piece over that gap in the middle. And that's going to be a top out for Sidnev. E29. So Fractal just needs the one Tetris, gets a triple down the right side. And just needs another 14,000 points, has 8 lines to get it. We'll need a multi-line clear of some point. There's a double. Needs 5,000 points. Another double. And there it is, into 39. Fractal is good. And chases this down and forces a decider. Oh my word. Will be our first semifinalist. Will be determined with this game in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. It always seems to go, be high drama between these two players. I mean, they end up somehow just meeting in brackets all the time. And it's always like super high energy and always great games. $49,000 on Sidnev's side to start us off. $53,000 on Fractal's side. I know what's going on. We got backwards D's on the screen. We got hearts on the screen. What is happening? We're degenerating. All right, Fractal's going to uncover the well there. That's one row off the bottom. Gets a Tetris 123. Sidnev gets one 120. Same line count, 3,000 points apart. And yeah, for sure. I mean, this, again, easily could be a finals, but just a round 2 match. And that's just a testament to how stacked the entire classic Tetris scene is, because really any of these 2 matches could be, you take any 2 players and that could be a final. I mean, except for the one with Dan V in it. But other than that, could be a final. Of course, I kid Dan V. Dan V, our YouTube editor. 211 Sidnev, 215 Fractal. That's true. Dan V Libel. Oh my god. Look at the adjustment for Sidnev to make that T piece and fill out that left side, make that T spin and fill out the left side as well. Simul Tetris here for both as well. 280 Sidnev, 263 Fractal. So Sidnev making the goated adjustments. Sidnev's always been kind of the, one of the like top adjustment makers, along with like Dog, I would say, Tristop. I was gonna say Tristop literally, like, I was gonna say literally wrote the book, but he didn't write a book. He made a video. So at this point, nobody's writing books. So what do we say now? Like, say someone is an expert. Tristop literally made the video on it. Oh, Cole Dangler. But yeah, in competition with success, yeah, I don't know. I gotta go Dog and Sidnev and Tristop. 417 Sidnev, 403 Fractal. Tetris Sidnev 462, 448 Fractal. I think both these players are both going to CTWC. It's the last I've heard. So who knows? This could happen again and again. These two players, and I'm here for it. I think it's a great rivalry. Even though, again, it's not really a rivalry in the sense of there is like enmity between the two players, but they're just, they always match up and it's always hype. 504 Fractal, 554 for Sidnev. Tetris Sidnev 600 through 113. Big pace. There is a Tetris Fractal 549. Another Tetris Sidnev. All right, the left side of the board getting a little kind of dicey there for Sidnev, but going to get a long bar down for a Tetris 646 through 121. If there's no burns, potentially 3 more, but there will be burns. 622 transition for Fractal, because one gets one immediately after the 19 transition. 646. Sidnev is in at 673. Huge paces from these two players, and it's all going to come down to the next few minutes. Tetris for Sidnev, 746. There's one for Fractal. There's one for both of them, really. So about a 50, I don't know what, 46,000 point lead for Sidnev right now. And she's also backed by about 4 lines. Classic Vamche is here. The burning is outlawed. Well, it depends on the time of year and the precipitation levels. 825 for Sidnev. Yeah, well, Pasadena, right? They're gonna be a burn ban? We prefer doing things our own way. What will we do? I guess only Dangler will win. 883 for Sidnev, 837 Fractal. Trying to find something for that left side to uncover the well. Gets it. There's building out that left, waiting for the bar, taking a burn. Long bar in Tetris for Fractal, 875, 883 for Sidnev. Gets a long bar in, 914 for Sidnev. Filling out that left, waiting for the bar, gets it, 942. Oh, setting up the Vitz, Sidnev. Jasmine loves it. And there's the Tetris, 972. And another Tetris. Sidnev has the max out on 24. Level 24 max out for Sidnev. Fractal 976 on 25. All right, Sidnev going to uncover with that T. Tetris Sidnev got the 1.1 on 26. Fractal setting up for a Tetris, looking for a 1.1 as well. And there's the 1.1 for Fractal on 27. Sidnev on insane pace right now. And Fractal has a lot of lines covering the well going into 29. I'm just looking to kind of burn this down, but that high column 7 and 8 could be a concern. All right, gets a Tetris into 29 at B70. Sidnev gets a Tetris, has a 1.2. Fractal B81 on 29. Sidnev looking for one last Tetris, gets it into 29 at C61. So Sidnev ahead by about 43,000 points and setting up for more. Gets the skim, taking it down, trying to set up for Tetrises, but that middle of that board kind of a mess. Takes the skim and a Tetris. Was that a Tetris? I think it was a Tetris. Sidnev, whatever. D11 for Sidnev, C72. And Sidnev trying to take this board down at D56. Fractal looking to skim, gets a skim and a Tetris, D18. Tetris for Sidnev, D99. Fractal right on her heels, but is 10 lines ahead in the sequence. So Sidnev has a lot of lines in hand. Another Tetris, Sidnev, E41. That will become relevant as we get closer and closer to the level 39 super kill screen. Another one for Sidnev, E85. Left side needs attention from Sidnev. Gets the tuck. Maybe going to set up here in the center. Does set up, but not getting it. Meanwhile, Sidnev keeps Tetrising F34. Fractal just has 40 lines to go. Gets a Tetris. E36 is 100,000 points behind. It's about a little more than 2 Tetrises. So they need to keep up if he wants to stay in this. Sidnev, F90, just going for Tetrises. Uncovers, gets a Tetris over the right side. Has the rollover on 35. Tetris dirty for Fractal, E93. Tetris, another one. Sidnev, it's got the 1.68. Sidnev going, Fractal going for more. Fractal gets a dirty one over F45, but the board not in good state for Fractal to get too many more. There's another dirty for Fractal, F95. He does not have the rollover yet. Sidnev's left side is cut off. We'll see what she can get here. Has the 1.7, and Fractal in no way is going to chase this down. And Fractal will top out, and Sidnev is good in the deciding game number 5. GG's to you, Sidnev. You have taken your rival out of the tournament. GG's to you. So let's go ahead and what are you, seed number 6? Yeah, we're all the Sidnev doubters. Fractal says I was outplayed. Sidnev, they both played amazing. Either one. Oh, Chiller, do you not like it or do you like it? I'm experimenting here. Chiller, what's the verdict? Yes or no? Good, bad? Tired of the frames. The frame seems that like it, I don't know. It's kind of confining, but I like this one because you get the full screen.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.